Welcome back. Staying with legal matters, but back home, the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has ordered the remand of Senator Peter Nwaboshi at the Ikoyi prison until Friday, April 28th. That's the date on which a ruling will be given on whether or not to admit him to bail. Justice Muhammad Idris gave the order after listening to the arguments for and against the bail application. Counsel to Senator Nwaboshi asked the court to grant his client bail on self-recognizance, but the EFCC opposed the plea, insisting that there were still pending charges against the lawmaker. Senator Nwaboshi, who represents Delta North at the National Assembly, was arraigned by the anti-graft agency on 2 counts of fraud. He has, however, pleaded not guilty to the charges. Let's take it to Abuja now, where Ibrahim Adre is standing by with more on the news at 10. Hi, Ibrahim.
Hello, Marachi. Good of you to hook up with Abuja. Now, the president is expected to pay a 2-day working visit to Bauchi State on Thursday and Friday. This is President Muhammadu Buhari's 3rd scheduled visit to the state after 2 failed attempts since assuming office in 2015. He is expected to commission the Air Force Referral Hospital in the state, flag off distribution of farming implements to farmers, and commission other road projects embarked upon by the Bauchi State governor. Meanwhile, the Bauchi State government has declared Thursday a work-free day to enable citizens welcome the president.
It is the known fact that President Muhammadu Buhari enjoys an overwhelming support from the people of this state who voted for him en masse at the last general elections. You will also recall the tumultuous welcome he received when he visited this state at the peak of the electioneering campaign, which was only second to that of Kano State. The visit of Mr. President will again afford us the opportunity to demonstrate our love and support for him. The people of Bauchi State are known for their peaceful disposition and respect for constituted authority. Similarly, Mr. President always regards Bauchi as his second home. I therefore want to use this opportunity to appeal to all and sundry to come out en masse to welcome the President.
Meanwhile, 10 rice mills are to be set up in the country by the federal government, each with a 100-ton capacity per day. Approval for the project was given at the Federal Executive Council meeting today, presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari. The Minister for State Agriculture, who confirmed this, said the mills will cost over 10 billion naira and would be spread across 10 states of the Federation.
We should approve the establishment of 10 new rice mills at a total cost of 10.7 billion. This will be given to the private sector to manage, which they will pay back, within a given time frame, as will be agreed between the Bank of Agriculture and the rice millers. In Nigeria, over 30 states are growing rice, but in today's memo, the 10 rice mills will be located across the 6 geopolitical zones, and it will be located in 10 states, including Kebbi, Zamfara, and Benue, Kogi, Bayelsa, and a couple of other states.
Despite seeming delays, the Senate has reaffirmed its commitment to passing the Petroleum Industry Bill. The Senator representing Zamfara Central, Kabiru Marafa, gave this indication when he led a subcommittee on PIB to Government House, Port Harcourt, the River State capital. He also explained that all areas of the bill are being fine-tuned, including the host communities component, which according to him had generated some controversy in the past. Governor Wike is also optimistic that the host community component of the bill will consequently check pipeline vandalism and other related vices in the Niger Delta.
The bill is going to look at each community and the operators in the communities and what comes out of their operations, and a percentage of it would be earmarked for the host communities, development, provision of social infrastructure, and some economic benefits.
This is an important aspect of it all, where host communities become component parts of the entire thing. I mean, you are from a community, locally oil is being found and oil is being drilled, and at the end of the day, you have all kinds of environmental problems, and they don't even know what's going on, and they have no access. So now that you've now driven down to the oil, to the host communities, that will make them to participate very well. And then I can tell you, this will go a long way to reduce the vandalization you see, because they are now owning, they now know that they are part of it.
And now to Osun State, where the governor there, Aregbesola, has continued his tour of the grassroots, visiting Ile-Ife and Ijesha federal constituencies. He visited the monarchs of both areas, promising to continue developmental projects.
The Osun State Governor, Aregbesola, began his two-day tour in Ile-Ife Federal Constituency. The governor and his party members pay a courtesy visit to the palace of the Oni of Ife, His Imperial Majesty Obadiye Ogunwusi, in a sign of respect to the traditional ruler. Obadiye appreciates the visit.
I'm really grateful for your visit, and I want us to continue to live in peace and remain united so that we can move Osun State to a greater height.
Then there's a massive movement to the Ijesha Federal Constituency, where the first port of call here is also the palace of the Ijesha monarch, His Majesty the Owa Obogun of Ijesha land, Obadekunle Arumolaran. The governor's motive is to appreciate the support from the people of Ijesha constituency from day one of his reign as governor.
We want our people to work seriously with single mind, not worrying about our aspirants. Let the aspirants work as much as possible. But let our party remain one, single-minded on ensuring that we win in all the elections starting from September 22, 2018.
The governor gives an assurance that his administration will continue with the good work, urging them to continue supporting the All Progressive Congress towards the general elections next year.
And the Nigerian equity market continues to flip-flops as proceedings turn bearish midweek by 11 basis points. Now let's go over to our Lagos studio where Anne is waiting to take us through this and other stories in our business package. Anne.
You first. First Bank.
Thanks a lot, Ibrahim, and welcome to Business News. Nigeria's largest financial services group, FBN Holdings, says that 1 trillion transactions were processed on its dollar banking channel in 2017, while more than 2 million subscribers used its first mobile platform, achieving the fastest growing mobile banking penetration across Africa. The full year 2017 earnings report released by FBN Holdings shows a 206.4% growth in basic earnings per share to 121 kobo and a stronger net profit return of 2.7%. The listed company posted a headline earnings of 595 billion naira last year, a pre-tax profit higher by 147.6%, and after-tax profit stronger by 178.8% to 47.8 billion naira. FBN Holdings says that customer deposits grew by 1.3%, while non-performing loan ratio declined to 22.8% last year from 24.4% in 2016. Shareholders of Access Bank PLC today received a dividend payout of 40 kobo per share. This announcement from the bank's management formed part of proceedings at the 29th General Meeting.
We will come to the items that we require.
Nothing unites shareholders more than the call to a family meeting of this manner by an institution where they have chosen to put their money by way of investment.
It's nice and fair, but I don't think that we
The anticipation of a good outing explains the number of shareholders who have shown up here in Lagos to be a part of the 29th Annual General Meeting of Access Bank PLC. For starters, a brief on the day's proceedings.
As ordinary resolutions 1, to receive the group's audited financial statements for the year ended December 31st, 2017, and the reports of the directors, auditors, and audit committee thereon. 2, to declare a final dividend.
2017, the year under review, was for many in the financial sector quite challenging owing to the adverse market conditions and the residue issues from recession. But Access Bank's management says it was able to grow gross earnings by 20% to 459 billion naira. Profit before tax stood at 80 billion naira. Total assets as of December 2017 stood at 4.1 trillion, representing 18% and more.
When we came in 2002, of course with your support, this balance sheet we are talking about was 10 billion naira. Today we are talking about a balance sheet that is 4.3 trillion naira. We had 12 branches. We are now almost 400 branches. In 2013, our customer base was less than 6 million customers. Today, we are more than 9 million customers.
Then to the part that gladdens the heart of shareholders, dividend.
In terms of profit, they did well, and they are going to pay us final dividend today. So that's why I'm happy and I'm glad. And as a shareholder, I'm getting capital appreciation, dividend, and the rest.
With the promise of improvement in their e-channels, of course, that will result into an improved gross earning, and of course, with cost minimization, Access Bank will be able to pay a much better dividend.
Looking ahead, management says customers will remain key. It says it will continue its consistent execution of strategy, adapt to regulatory and market changes for maximized shareholders' value, and ultimately become Africa's gateway to the world within the next 5 years.
Market returned bearish today with losses from bellwether stocks lowering previous gains. Joke Rogers has the details.
Welcome to the stock market report. One day, down the next describes the current state of the Nigerian stock market, with the key benchmark shedding 0.11% on Wednesday after 0.14% gain on Tuesday. The market activity shows 350 million shares were traded as FBN Holdings recorded largest of 80 million, contributing more to the banking sector's performance for the day. Investors maintained their interest in 40 Oil following its secured rights of distribution of Chevron's motor oil, while FBN Holdings declined 8.96%. The market has been in want of investment catalysts, given reasons to the back and forth trend of the market prices. That's the stock market report. I'm Joke Rogers.
Thanks a lot. All right, thanks a lot, Joke. Most of the markets on our radar ended southward today, except, of course, for African indices. Let's see the numbers. Thanks for watching Business News Tonight. I'm Anne Nwawadu. It's back to you, Marachi.
You first. First Bank.
And still ahead of the news at 10, Liverpool and England midfielder Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to miss the 2018 World Cup after suffering a knee injury in the UEFA Champions League against Roma. More in sports news.